the communications challenge on the economy has been from day one to try to get the American people to understand the amount of time it was going to take for the economy to turn around. And I think that the administration, like everybody else in the United States, didn't understand on Election Day 2008 just how bad the economy was. And because of that, the initial positioning on the economy and on some of the legislation was defined in a way, in the context of job creation, in a way that was impossible for them to actually carry out. So while nobody denies that the stimulus worked, but that because it was sold as a job creation program, that was one hole that got dug. The second hole that got dug is one that they had no control over, which was just how bad the economy was. But because of that, it's given the Republicans a real opening to kind of say none of it has worked. And while economists are going to fight back and forth about whether stimulus should have been big or smaller, there's no doubt that the economy is better than it was 2 years ago. But that's not a message.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's the frustration here.
So it's really interesting to hear you say that the White House itself framed its own measure of success as job creating or not creating. But even if it hadn't elected to acknowledge that, I mean, isn't that just the reality that most people sitting at home, that's their economic indicator?
Well, their economic indicators are whether they feel that things are going in the right direction and whether they feel at the end of the day more economically secure themselves. And I think jobs are a huge part of that. One of the most striking things I've seen in any poll over the last couple of months is the fact that nearly 1 out of 3 Americans either have been out of work or know someone who's been out of work over the last 3 years. Now, that's not the fault of the Obama policies, and they don't blame Obama for the problems, but they are looking for solutions, and they're getting impatient about when those solutions are going to come. I think that the true communications challenge this administration faces, though, is that they have actually been an extraordinarily effective administration in terms of getting things done. He came in, he said, here are the big things I'm going to do, and they have done many of them. The banking system is much stronger than it was. It's not about to cause a global collapse. That obviously health care, which in the long term will make this a stronger economy. The financial regulation, small things and big things. But the question people have is, well, what does this all mean?